Welcome to the History Hunter. Welcome to our small adventures with the World War II time frame. It is myself, History Hunter, and Eagle Eyes out. We are on the Eastern Front road trip, and today, ladies and gentlemen, I think you will be amazed because we have something here which is so special that you are going to enjoy that. That goes there, there, and there. What on earth am I doing? Welcome to the History Hunter. These are German S-mine detonators, totally harmless, but they are another exploring adventure that we're going to share with you later. Today, we're going to go back to the secret QYSea Communication Center. If you haven't seen part 1, I strongly suggest you do that. You can find that here where it says more. There's a clickable link there. Click that, see that first, get full context, view it in full, so you help us out with the YouTube algorithm. And you can see that in part 1, we find this massive bunker complex that's been totally blasted by the Red Army when they came in there after the war was won. But that is an amazing place. Hitler said, we need better communication systems to communicate with the German submarines. So Karl Dönitz, the leader of the German Kriegsmarine, decided that this is the place, and they fortified it all the way to the top of the roof. And the bunkers there are several meters thick. And check out part 1 first. As I said, you're going to be amazed of what you see there. Part 2 is going to bring us to a second area where there's a huge, just an absolutely amazing huge bunker structure. And also area 3, what is that? Well, you're going to decide and help us out to figure out what the heck that is. So watch the videos in full, help us out with a little smile, a thumbs up, comment, and it's much appreciated. This is part of the Eastern Front road trip that all of you guys made possible. So let's go back in time and see what Dönitz and his gang did here, because it was just absolutely amazing, secret and huge. This location was discovered in the mid-30s. Berlin sent out a little scouting trip to do some investigations regarding how they could expand their communication system. They sent out a little truck with some antenna crews. They found out that this place had very good qualities for doing a lot with communication, and they decided they needed to upgrade, so they started to build structures here, they started to build infrastructures, and they also started to build insanity. They built some massive bunkers here. So there are different kind of communication bunkers. The Russians came here after the war, blew it to pieces, but they are actually still here today, so we can see them. And in the first episode, if you haven't seen that, I strongly suggest you see that first. So what you're about to experience now is a Hochbunker. High bunker, you could say. And was a war room bunker, whatever you like to call it. Nevertheless, it is a giant of a dinosaur in the middle of the forest here. And this thing used to be the place where Dönitz himself, Admiral Dönitz, could conduct his business, because this was a communication location. All of what you see around here, as you saw in part 1, you can see all the fixation points for the different kind of antennas and all of the arrays they had. It was attached here, and that huge lump of concrete, which is completely blasted, it was totally devastated by the Red Army. The main headquarters for the Kriegsmarine used to be here, and today this is basically the Hochbunker. It was a very, very heavy-duty fortified bunker with several meter thick roofs and walls. And inside, the rooms were actually pretty small. But as you can see here, they did a good job, and it's completely blown apart. As you can see here, that little piece, I guess that was one of the walls that came out, and it's like the biggest concrete dinosaur you could ever imagine. Let's go and have a look at it. Wow, it is a gigantic structure. And you can see even the entrance area here, how tall or high the roof was.
Like this?
Yeah, it's several meters. I think we're just gonna have a little peek on the outside here first, and then let's see if we can enter and figure out if there are some details that tells us that the Germans really was here. So when you look around in the forest here, it's like, huh? Was there ever something here? And then when I turn around to Eagle Eyes, oh my goodness, you really have to be here to figure out how big this thing is. So Dönitz moved his headquarters from another city closer to this place because they needed quicker access back and forth from Berlin. So they found out that this forest area was absolutely perfect. They could quickly bring a ton of manpower and resources up here, and they started to build. And they built and they built and they built. And today there's not much to see actually, because everything was taken away by the Red Army, but then came in and kind of conquered. But you really have to know what you're looking for. But these, you cannot miss them. And you can probably see why. That's because they are massive. So these were built with one purpose. That was to host the Kriegsmarine top-notch bosses, and they were to be safe. And this is the same standard as some of the structures at Hitler's headquarters in Poland. It was built with the same kind of background structure, philosophy that was to protect at any cost whoever was in here and the purpose of what they did. You can see here, there's like a huge mountain that came out from the side here. And if you just look at that thing that came down is actually the roof. So that's not the wall, but the roof is like this thickness here. But just check out that entrance area. It is incredibly heavy duty built. Wow, I'm just astonished to see this thing. Look at that. And this is the wall, one of the side walls that's like at least 2.5 meters. Of course, people like to do all the graffiti crap around.
Or the annoying things.
That's annoying, but that's how it is. But wow. And I think this is the side walls that actually blew out here. And are laying right down there. Yeah, it's several meters thick, several meters. This is the sidewalls, they just came out. I think I read somewhere they put 1,200 kilos. Was it 12,000? No, 1,200 kilos. And one thing that I mentioned in part 1 that it amazes me is to see that how tiny rebars they're using. Why aren't they using like finger thick, heavy duty rebars? And so little of it, because we've seen this kind of structures everywhere, on the Atlantic Wall, in Germany, in Denmark, in Poland. And these things are so heavy duty, so many thick rebars, that this one doesn't have that. We're not 100% sure whether this had a flak turret. Did they have a flak turret on top?
I don't think so.
Yeah, but you can see the whole, this used to be the roof, this used to be the roof, and it just came down. And the camera doesn't make it justice, to be honest. Just, I'm gonna go here, Eagle Eyes, just be careful. This is very, very slippery with moss, so be careful. Even if you go up here, it's like holy pancake.
It's too big.
It's like, it is very difficult to comprehend actually, to be honest. It's like, how on earth did they manage to build this thing? Yeah, I'm gonna go up here, just see if you can see some of the, holy cow.
What's going on, Daddy?
I'm gonna see what's down here. Yeah, that's just a tiny little compartment. Wow. So we're basically on what used to be the roof. You can see that. There's a special layer of concrete on top of the bunker, which was to keep the moisture out. We're gonna go back, Eagle Eyes, so you've come this way here. It is incredible. Now we had to ramble a little bit more around here because they're like mountain tops.
They are mountains.
See that? That is the roof. Everything came crashing down.
It's big.
Boom. House, it's 10 times bigger than anything. There's a bit more rebar there, but that is that the roof? I think that's the roof part, yeah. And you can see a very special system there connecting the rebars. And there's a little ventilation thing there. And I think this is the side wall. I think somebody are climbing these walls. But at least I can see a little bit more of the rebar system here. This is to hold together these very big, these sections here. And this is the type of size of rebar I was expecting them to have or use. Wow. It is really astonishing to see the size of these things. I know I'm saying it all the times, but the camera doesn't do it justice at all. Wow, Eagle Eye said, Daddy, look at that. There's a massive steel thing, welded steel thing in the ground. There could be maybe ventilation shafts or something, but that is so thick. Look at that. There's like a open chamber there. Yeah, we just want to go to this entrance area here and see if there could be anything details to see. Oh, look at that. Once upon a time, Dönitz went in that entrance there. That is crazy. Just crazy. Let's see here. Oh, we can actually have a look inside here, Eagle Eyes.
Huh?
Be careful, be very, very, very careful. Ugh. Wow. One of the ventilation shafts. Wow. Hope you're enjoying this. This is the result of the kind support coming in from all of you incredible people. Wow. But I promised some of you who were very kind to support us specifically for the Eastern Front Road trip. A lot of you are helping us out using the Super Thanks feature here. And I said I want to make some of you historical for doing that, specifically on this journey here. And let me and Eagle Eyes sit down in the forest for a very brief time now and show our appreciation for that. And that is that I said I'll make you historical, and that's exactly what you're going to be now. Thank you for the Eastern trip donations. All of you on this list here, you did something special for us to send us out here to find this place and share all these great stories with you. And I wanted to make you historical because now, as long as the video is out there, you are with us and you can actually see that you took part in a very special way. So I thank you all on that list for doing that kind donation towards what we do. Yep, promised you, you will be historical. So as long as these videos, this series of videos from the Eastern Front are out there, you will actually be able to see your name. And I'm very proud that we managed to do that. There's actually maybe the run for a ventilation shaft. But again, thank you all for doing that and being in there for us. It's greatly appreciated. Wow, we can actually come kind of through here. This is the entrance area. It doesn't look too different of what it would have been when Dönitz walked in here. And you can really feel how incredibly well fortified this position is. There's nothing here to see now, but you can actually enter a tiny little bit of it. How cool is that? So this is where Dönitz went in. Oh, look at that, eagle eyes. Look at that. That is so special. That's the only original painting or letters that we've seen. Can you see this?
Yeah, I see it.
That is crazy. You have to have your light further down. See that? Give me a second, I'll just change the battery here. I think it says it's forbidden to stay in the corridors. How cool. And that has been left untouched by this stupid graffiti guys. And how good is that? Hope they never see that. Dönitz and the gang was evacuated from the area on the 22nd of April, if I'm not too mistaken, in 1945. And they left this establishment, and there was nothing more they can do. I know they started to destroy some of this complex by themselves. So some of it was already kind of destroyed when the Red Army came, but they decided to make sure that this would never be used again. But what I'm seeing here is something really strange. Where are the insanely massive doors? If that is the only frame, we have seen thicker doors in typical Regelbaus. It could be, I think there was some blast doors on the inside here. Look at the writing there, that is so cool. Hope it will stay there for a long time so people can enjoy it and see it. In here is a feature which would have been very interesting to visit. Unfortunately, it is completely sealed off.
Yeah, that's.
This is the entrance to a thief bunker.
They will close that.
Yeah, it's completely
They
sealed off, and they put concrete everywhere and whatnot, and that is with one purpose, that is to keep you out from whatever is behind here. And you can see they camouflaged it by putting this little house here, and this right here is the entrance. There are two entrances further down, but they have put like 2,000 kilos cement blocks on top, and there are some cameras, and you have to respect that. That is rather crazy. Lusantin-tabletten. Definitely German stuff. German gas mask ring. Just laying here in the forest. This is German for sure. What is going on here? I think that's a Kriegsmarine teller, which had the ornament on the side there. There's a piece of a plate there. What is going on here? Lusantin-tabletten, definitely German. Yeah, and you've probably seen this before in our videos. Punkt 33 Liter, deutsche Brouwerien. Ah, cool. There are some strange looking, what are they? Underground barracks. What the heck? I think these are the Soviet era barracks. That's what they are. These are the barracks that the soldiers from the USSR stayed in. Wow. Gotta be kidding me. Is that a rifle rack? these are actual barracks from the time of the Cold War. It is. This is where the Soviet soldiers lived. Look at that huge thing there to hang all the clothing and all of that on. Wow. Underground barracks where the Soviet Cold War soldiers stayed. That is crazy. Seems like there are several of them. Yeah, I got 1, 2. It seems like there are some of them. 3, 4, yeah. They are completely gone. Look at that. Okay. Didn't expect to see that. What is going on with that phone? Wow. Who would have guessed that that would be here in the forest? How strange. Just like ruins from a time gone by. Absolutely crazy. This is just on our way to where we're going. And they put these barracks here, far away from the installations, which are about 1 kilometer that way. Why? Wow. Always surprises in the forest of Germany on this Eastern Front road trip. How crazy. Maybe we can go into this one as well, huh? Always surprises. Let's see what we have here. Would you live in here? I would most certainly not. It would be very moldy, very cold, wet, moist. Windows are just barely hanging on to their frames here. Wow. Once upon a time, these were very nice, very clean. The soldiers had to tidy them up every time they come in and out. Strict rules and regulations. Wow. Loving this. This is what we do. We do the research, we do the travels, we do go out, we explore, and in the end, the most important thing, we share it with all of you. There you go. Hope you enjoyed that. If you want to help us out to reach more locations like this, we have this super thanks feature here. It's your way to help us out to get some gasoline into the fuel tank, go out and find even more to share with you. As I said, this was part of the Eastern Front road trip, and some of you decided to help us out on the super thanks feature, and we just wanted to add on a little extra thank you for doing that. And you are now historical, because every time you want to see this video, you can see that you are out here with us and you made that happen. So thank you so much for your very, very kind support. Thank you for watching, subscribing, commenting. Thank you to all our Patreon team members. Couldn't have done it without you. And if you watch our videos in full, you're helping us out tremendously. I'm going to continue to work on this special project here. I think you're going to enjoy that because there are some surprises still on the ground out there, and we will definitely share that with you. All right, Secret Kriegsmarine communication position. Loved it. Stay safe, everybody, and we will meet you out there in the very next adventure.